Let's bring the August 17th meeting to order. Salute to the flag and remain standing. Mr. D'Angelo has a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go ahead, Mr. D'Angelo.
Yeah, I just ask everyone to for a moment of silence for Bristol graduate and Bristol great Bobby Morris, who gave this town some of the greatest thrills on the basketball court, but he also was a Bristol graduate who went on to be the director of food services for the Marriott Corporation. And it was very successful in his life. But many of us will always remember of those great basketball games that he played. So please keep his family in your thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, John. He was a good shooter, I'll tell you.
Not a brother, no.
What a good game. Okay, so roll call. Madam Secretary?
Mr. Cullen?
Here.
Ms. Curran? Here. Mr. D'Angelo?
Here.
Mr. Poliafico?
Here.
Mr. Parolo?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Stiltner?
Here.
Ms. Paglione? Here. And Mr. Ciccoletti?
Here. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Solicitor.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. President. There was an executive session tonight that began at 6. It concluded just before this meeting started. All board members were present along with Dr. Davis and myself. Personal items, litigation items, and informational items were discussed at the executive session. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Trulove. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda with said addendums?
I would motion that we approve the agenda with said addendums to items C and H.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Poliafico? Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, reports and presentations.
If I could just clarify, it's items 6C and 6H. Just so
I'm
we have-
sorry,
No, that's
yes,
okay.
yes.
No, I want to make
6C, you're right.
6C.
6C and 6H.
Okay, before we go into the presentations, the two principals and the business manager are excused tonight. That's why they're not here. So we'll go into reports and presentations. Dr. Davis, want to give the presentation along with the AOC.
Ms. Mary Griswoldi.
So I'm Mary Gesualdi. I'm representing the AOC tonight, the Academic Advisory Council, and
I'm Herb Slack. I'm the Bristol Borough Fire Chief.
so we're talking about the Fire Cadet Program that's going to be held at Bristol High School this year. Just wanted you to know the PowerPoint that you have in front of you was done by Amy McIlvain, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight. She also did this beautiful banner that we're going to present this evening. The Academic Oversight Committee was established in 2012, and we have distributed grants exceeding $145,000 to local public and parochial schools in Bristol. We funded the Extraordinary Outrageous program the last 2 years for a total investment of $17,000. The money raised through our local fundraising comes from our Jazz on the River event and our Bristol Fall Classic, and we're hoping that those of you that are here and at home will help support the Fall Classic coming up on November 18th. We will honor at that time a Student of the Year and also a Teacher of the Year from each of the schools in town, including St. Mark's. So let's talk about the Fire Cadet Program 2.0. The reason that we want to do this program and that we want to support it is to gain public safety knowledge through education, training, and exposure to help emergency response organizations in Bristol Borough and beyond to better serve their communities. You might already know that since 1970, volunteer firefighters in Pennsylvania have dropped from 360,000 to only 37,000. The Fire Cadet Program will commence at Bristol High School this academic school year with courses delivered over 2 semesters. Eligible students must be in grades 10, 11, or 12 to register for the program, and the courses will be monitored by our own Mr. Jim Esposito with subject matter support offered by Dr. Tom Schaefer. Middle school students will also get to hear a presentation about the program and will hopefully look forward to signing up. We would like to thank Dr. Schaefer, our former superintendent, because he has played an instrumental role in shaping this program. He brings 25 years of experience as a local firefighter in his hometown of Pottsville to us. Leveraging Tom's knowledge in coordination with Chief Slack's awareness efforts and the needs for Bristol Borough, the program is structured in 2 parts. There will be classroom instruction, and there will also be firehouse assignments and mentor experience. We will have a recruitment program, coordination, and execution that will happen in conjunction with Principal Nick Nastasi. A little bit about Bristol Borough's volunteer firefighters. You know that we have 4 firehouses today in town. The average age of the Bristol Borough firefighters is 46 years old. And we know that there is a desperate need to get volunteer firefighters. So the intent of the Fire Cadet Program is, 1, to educate, inform, and raise awareness about why this kind of community service is important and what's in it for each of the students. To increase the number of active firefighter volunteers in Bristol Borough. To increase the registration rolls at each of our 4 local firehouses, and to make Bristol Borough the safest community it can be. Now, speaking of proud Bristol High graduates, we would like to tell you a little bit about Ricardo Parr, and it's wonderful to have his parents here with us this evening, Carmen and Dennis. Ricardo was a 1998 graduate of Bristol High. Today, he is a senior chief petty officer in the United States Navy. When he was in high school, he joined the rescue squad, and as a senior, he joined the fire company to follow in his father's footsteps. Right now, he is a senior technical supervisor with the Navy rating, with primary responsibility for supervising and training enlisted personnel oriented to system and subsystem maintenance, repair, and operation. Senior Chief Petty Officer Ricardo Parr has demonstrated leadership to achieve an E8 rank, which is the 2nd highest rank for an enlisted military person. So we wanted you to know that we will be placing this in the lobby of Bristol High School, and there are several others that we will be placing around town, just to encourage our students to possibly sign up for this course and become a volunteer. Chief Slack is here to answer any technical questions that you might have about the firefighters.
I have one question.
Any questions?
How many volunteers do we have between the 4?
Between the 4, there's probably about 60 total.
60
So
total.
that's, you're trying to get 7 days a week, 24 hours a day coverage out of that number of people, and it's particularly difficult in the daytime because of the work people are working. About 15 years ago, our average number of firefighters per response was about 32. We're down to 16 now, so that number's dropped to half of what it was. And so we looked at this, and when I spoke to Amy McIlvain about it, she had seen a presentation at a council meeting in reference to the staffing issues. And she got in touch with me, and I said, the fire companies support this program 100%, and we'll do whatever we need to do to help the students in their courses and get them up to speed so that they can help provide protection to the community.
Chief, how long you been a volunteer? How long?
55 years.
Thank you for your service,
Thank
and
you.
if there's anything the Bristol Borough School District can do to help this program along, please don't hesitate. And as a matter of fact, in a couple of months, would you like to come back and give us an update? And can we have one of these posters here in this school?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Any
Yes,
other
Brianna.
questions?
So I do have, I know unlimited volunteers would be ideal, but what would be a nice starting number for this school year of volunteers that you would like to see, just so there's some type of expectation, or that you're trying to gain traction on?
I think 15 to 20
Okay.
would be a good number to work with. So there's 4 fire companies, so that gives you like 4 to 5 new members to work with, and I think we could work with that number, and that would be the best.
Yeah, Chief, I just had a question. I saw on Facebook that one of our students, that he was, took a picture and he was with the Marine, like he was with the Marine unit. So, you know, when people think that the scope of this is just responding to fires, could you just go a little bit about all the other things
Sure.
that
So
volunteer
we
firefighters do?
obviously it's firefighters, so we do firefighting, but we also do rescues, like auto extrications, those types of things, marine rescues where there's somebody drowns or there's a boat having difficulty in the river. We get involved in hazardous material incidents if that's the case. My fire company in particular, we provide additional EMS support to Bucks County Rescue Squad, which last year we ran 400 calls, just providing a supplemental emergency medical services. So, and one of the things that, like with Ricardo, is that all of the training that you get in the fire company can lead you on a path for a job at some point. Same thing with the emergency medical services. That's enough training that at some point, and one of the things that we find now is that fire service, because the volunteers have dropped in such numbers, there's a lot of places that are now hiring firefighters. So there's a lot more jobs available now today than there were, say, 10 to 20 years ago.
Herbie, so they're going to be trained, and I thank you once again. You were at my house. You were there even before the ambulance came, so that goes to show you what we have here in the borough. But these firefighters, too, will be trained in some type of EMS, too?
Yeah, all the firefighters have as a minimum CPR and first aid.
Good.
So everybody has that. If you want to go beyond that, the next level would be emergency medical technicians. And that kind of training, if it's not provided in the school, the fire companies pay for that additional training. So there's never a cost to the student.
Yeah, and I think you brought up a great point, because just look at the Philadelphia skyline. Every one of those buildings that either has businesses or law offices or apartment buildings, they have somebody, they have elevators, and those are careers for people who know all these kind of things that they're training on. So it does, and for somebody that's really interested in that, you could end up being the safety officer at a corporation. You could end up being a safety officer at one of the buildings. Every company needs, and this type of thing that you're doing, it's really, we appreciate it.
It's a great place to start.
Good, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave?
Okay. We're not in public participation, but you're having, about the fire academy?
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I thought, you guys may probably have already thought about it. Most of my schools, for sure, ours has usually.
Why don't you go up to the,
Yeah, I was going to say you have to go to the podium.
because then you can go right
You have to
into
announce
yours.
your name.
My name is Dr. Joseph B. Downey, and I'm the music consultant for Bristol Borough, and happy to be here this year. A lot of high schools have the community credit requirements for graduation. I'm sure we have something like that, or we may. I think it's a great idea if these kids are giving up their time and learning such a great, service to society, especially to local Bristol here, that possibly they can set up maybe community credit for that, where they get those credit requirements for the state and everything else. And maybe we could offer that. That would be really nice. That's it.
You talked with Dr. Downey and AOC and Chief?
Thank you.
Dr. Downey, not only a good musician, you're on the ball here.
Got a couple things working.
He's got a couple of things up his sleeve there. Thank you, Dr. Downey. Okay, comprehensive plan for special education.
Yes. Chicoletti, I'm just going to read the federal report that was submitted from Mrs. Rosato and also Mrs. Walde. Title I, the amount of money, $576,750. Title I funds increased this year by $153,226. This enables us to serve the middle school and elementary school in both reading and math. Ms. Rosato and Mr. Cassie are applying to make the middle school a Title I school-wide program similar to the elementary school. St. Mark's School will receive their equitable share. The parent and family engagement funds will be available, and the Parent Advisory Council, PAC, and the PTO will decide how those funds will be spent. Title II, $64,852. Title II funds increased by $18,728. Title II funds will again be used for class size reduction. St. Mark will use their share for professional development. Title IV, $33,156. Our Title IV funds were reduced by $2,497 this year. At the elementary school, these funds will be used to fund outrageous materials for our gifted and enrichment program, STEM, and PBIS. At the middle school and high school, these funds will be used for materials for STEM program, the AP, chemistry, dual enrollment through the Bucks County Community College. St. Mark will receive their equitable share. That concludes my report. However, before I end tonight, to the Board of Education, I have with me tonight the new teachers. Ms. Samantha Peterson, would you stand? Elementary school. Ms. Sydney Smith, the district new music teacher that worked hand in hand with Dr. Downey. Ms. Rachel Albright, our new school psychologist. Could you give them a hand, please? I can tell you that they're eager to get started, and I told them in the interview process, I already got a list, 2 or 3 pages, that I have work for them to do. So we're looking forward to having them on board and ready to go. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you and welcome. Okay, so let's go on to public participation. Anyone from the public have any concern?
Just state my name, or?
Yes.
Hi, my name's Rachel Ennis. I'm here to formally request from you guys, the school board, that my son Morris Ivory, I recently requested.
Don't mention any names, and did you speak to the principal and the superintendent about this?
I spoke to the principal myself. My lawyer contacted the superintendent.
Okay, so,
I just got today the emails that
Oh, okay.
Mr. Corrigan sent. I will contact him tomorrow.
Okay, so
that.
I can't.
we
bring it
don't,
up?
yeah, we don't like to mention children's names, but Mr. Truelove will talk with the attorney
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'll give Brendan a call first
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Okay?
Thank you.
Anyone else from the public? Okay, that closes public participation. Let's go to the agenda items. Number 6,
Okay.
routine monthly business.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the minutes of the June 14th and June 13th, 2023 meeting, to approve the list of bills for the July and the August 2023, and also approve the treasury report for June and July of 2023.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. New business, item 7.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the, tax exemption for the Grundy Foundation property.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Mr. Truelove, do you have anything on that, or?
Yeah, just briefly, the trustees requested the property become tax exempt effective January 1st of this year. They had previously requested exoneration of the 2023 county and township taxes and 2023 and 24 school taxes before the Board of Assessment, which was approved for January 2024. And then they requested the exoneration because, in their opinion, for their counsel, I agree with them, that the property met the requirements for what's called an exemption on or before January 1st, 2023. And there's something called the uniformity clause in the Pennsylvania Constitution requiring the exemption to be effective that day. Our research indicates that the exemption is warranted and would be appropriate for the board to vote in that respect.
Thank you, Mr. Trulo.
I just have one question. Is it a new piece of property or that's going off the rolls from being public to, is it the property on Rackle Street, or did they actually list a parcel, or is this just a general?
You
can follow up.
I'll follow up with that. I know I looked at the time. I can't
Okay.
recall.
I was just wondering if it's net new. 'Cause
Actually, they're converting a residential dwelling to administrative office.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
as I
what it
said,
is.
I knew there was a
That's it.
specific.
That's the property next to the library?
I believe that's true, yes.
Okay, so, any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item B,
Okay, Mr. President, I'm motioning we approve the tax assessment appeal settlement for 1201 Wilson Avenue.
Second.
Mrs. Paglia. Mr. Trulo again.
Yeah, just briefly, this is the Mill Run property. It's actually two parcels located in that area. They requested they reduce the assessment from $526,000 to $460,000. For everybody's benefit, up until 2020, the title is held by the Redevelopment Authority of Bucks County, which in that case, it was tax exempt. In accordance with the sales agreement during renovations, no tax was due. The parcels were designated as LERTA properties, which means there was a graduated kind of abatement of property that would decline over a period of time. It was then transferred to the current owner and developer, which at that point it became taxable. The taxpayer is currently developing the properties into new assisted living community, and it's still under construction. They filed a lawsuit to file an appeal, and there was a settlement. The borough has already agreed to do that. Obviously, this can be looked at again in the future when the development is completed, and it would be appropriate to enter to the agreement right now, consistent with what the borough has done, and then look at this again when the property is up and running completely.
Thank you.
I thank you for the update on that, Mr. Trulo.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, what was the dollar amount? What are they disputing from what to what?
526 to 460.
460.
Yeah. So it's not a complete abatement, but it's a reduction to be consistent with what it was, I guess.
It's a reduction of 100.
Do you know how many years we're into the LERTA, Mr. Trulo?
I believe we're probably, it looks like 8 years from one and 9 years to the other, so the LERTA may be just about ready to expire, at least on one development.
We'll get an update on that. Okay, so any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item C.
Okay, Mr. President, I motion to approve the Bristol Borough School District Comprehensive Plan for the 2023 through 2026, the induction plan, which is Chapter 49, the professional development plan, which is Act 48, and the gifted education plan, which is Chapter 16.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Paglia. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Personnel.
Okay, under personnel, I would motion to approve to appoint John Chikonki as assistant junior high football coach, supplemental position, at the supplemental rate as per the master agreement, effective for the 2022-2024 school year.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglia. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries.
Mr.
Item B.
President, I motion to approve to appoint Mike Poplowski as athletic director, supplemental position, supplemental rate as per the master agreement, effective for the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Nicholas Cramp as an elementary math teacher, master's degree, step 2 on the salary and benefits as per the master agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Questions? All those in favor? Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item D.
Mr. President, I have a motion to appoint Heather Anderson as the District Assistant PCA at a rate of $15.83 per hour, no benefits, as per the negotiated agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item E.
President, I motion to approve that we hire Jackie Bradley as a van aide for transportation at a rate of $14.15 per hour, no benefits, as per the negotiated agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Paglione. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item F.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to advertise for a middle school teacher, PA math certification required, salary and benefits as per the master agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item G.
Approve the resignation of Julia Finkel, elementary school teacher, effective immediately.
Second.
Mrs. Paglione. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. H.
Item H, I approve to hire Billy Shippon as the elementary teacher, salary bachelor's plus 30, step 2, and benefits as per the master agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item I.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Amy Klingelhofer as a district assistant at a rate of $15.83 per hour, no benefits, as per negotiated agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Mrs. Paglione, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Item J.
President, I motion to approve to hire Janelle White as cafeteria cook position at a rate of $18.97 per hour as per negotiated agreement, effective 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item K.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire the following district daily substitute teachers at a rate of $125 per day, no benefits as per the master agreement, effective 2023-2024 school year, pending all clearances. Jackie Boyle, John Chikonki, Daniel DeLuca, Lee Frudenberger Vitale, Austin Petalilla, Wayne Robotten, Sandy Spencer, and Candace Stanton.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Information and discussion. Next board meeting will be September the 7th, 2023. Go around the horn real quick here. Mr. Smith?
I just want to wish the incoming students good luck in their 23-24 school year.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Ms. Curran?
I'd just like to thank the school district, the volunteers, and the organizations that helped make the National Night Out, including our police department, our fire, our EMS. I think it was a wonderful event. The kids had a lot of fun, and it was because everyone came together to make it such a successful event. So I'd like to thank the community at large as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Curran. Mr. Collins?
I just have one thing. I just want maybe to direct it to Dr. Davis. Is usually our number that low on the incoming kindergarten class at this time?
What was that?
The incoming kindergarten.
Right now?
Yeah. Is it usually that low, or are they late sign-ups? or-
They're
They
coming.
always come like 2 days, they try to come on Labor Day.
Ask Angela about registration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious. I just saw that it was
Yeah,
going up.
they wait.
Yeah. That's it. I'm good. I'm just curious about that.
Mr. Parola?
Well, yeah, I just want to let everybody know, we finally got the whole school air conditioned and heated. So, and we redid the gym floor. That's all done. Got new windows. Next year, we'll be looking at a new track and new boilers. So, I mean, we really are right up there with any other school as far as that stuff's concerned. And I'd like to welcome the new teachers that got hired. You're in a good school district, you know, so you really flourish here. And Herbie and the other ones, it's a good program, and hopefully kids want to do it. I mean, it's tough to get volunteers, you know, but maybe they'll come aboard and do it. It's not like the 70s and 80s, you know, so, but that's really all I got to say. Thank you.
Ms. Paglione.
Yes, I'd like to congratulate and welcome our new teachers to Bristol Borough School District.
That's it. Mr. Poliafco.
Welcome to our new teachers. Congratulations to the PARs on the success of their son in his career. Other than that, I'm done. It's been a long meeting.
Mr. Steltner.
Yeah, just welcome. Have a good year. We're here for support if you need us for whatever you need. And that's it.
Dr. Davis?
Yes, there's no secret in the press, the role of the superintendent is a tough and difficult job, but I'm happy to report that I have a board, a 9-member board. Regardless of our differences, the goal of the outcome is to do what's best on behalf of our district students and staff. So I'm happy about that, and I see it every day, because for those of you who know, we're moving with our music program, we're moving with our math program, we're moving with, reading program, we're bringing back teachers and making sure to cover the content, okay? And now we're going to put those people in place, and we're going to expect that they give it all to our kids, which is why all of us are here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
No, thank you for that comment, Dr. Davis. That's very nice. That's why you're going to be here for, what, 3 more years?
Yes.
Almost 3 long years? But with your leadership, we can accomplish a lot. Mr. Truelove.
Yes, I hope everybody had a good summer. Look forward to working with again this year with the administration, the board, and the staff. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Truelove. Mr. D'Angelo.
I would just also like to congratulate the Parr family and for Ricardo, because what he has accomplished in his short career, that doesn't happen by accident. Let me tell you right now. And so it's great. Again, I talked about Mr. Morris, who passed away. It's not what you do here, right? It's not what your grade point average was when you left here. It's people from Bristol that got a good education that went out and made something of themselves. And they didn't do it by accident, and they didn't do it without the love and support of their family. So congratulations. And to our new teachers and new psychologists, that I would like to say hi to you after the meeting, but I can tell just sitting here, you guys are happy and happy and excited about coming to work, and I think that you will do well. So again, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. D'Angelo. Okay, I want to congratulate the Parr family. Congratulations, and thanks for being here tonight. Chief Slack and Ms. Jesawaldi, thanks for the presentation and for the great work you do. Dr. Downey, thank you for the recommendation. I didn't think you would step out of your little music thing, but you got a few good points there, sir. And I want to welcome the new teachers. And as you know, all the school board members, we get emails from the Pennsylvania School Board Association. I only look at really how we're going to be funded. So this year, last year we had a $225 million spread about all of the 502 school districts. This year, the governor has allotted $792 million increase in basic subsidy for all of the school districts, and which is 567 is allotted for the fair funding formula, which the Bristol Borough School District is underfunded somewhere in the range of $4 to $6 million. Now, will all of that money come at once? I doubt it, but it'll come in spurts, and it'll allow us to keep improving our school district, adding programs, and whatever the school, the teachers, the administration, and the board, however we want to progress forward with that. So that's all good news. So things are going to happen here. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. One more thing.
Yeah.
I forgot. Ricardo, Ricky, right? What I used to call him. Does he still say I was the best baseball coach he had? I just want to know that. I had him when he was a young kid, and he was a good kid. I'm glad to see the progress he made. Congratulations. It's
Okay,
great.
do I have a motion to
Motion.
adjourn? Mr. Polyafco, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Collins, okay, thank you.